The following program is presented by Chick-fil-A and Bright Star Credit Union.
Coral Springs takes on Marjory Stoneman Douglas tonight on School Duel. Welcome to School Duel, where the top 20 high schools in South Florida battle it out. Now, the ultimate winners of this academic tournament walk away with a school trophy from EDCO and a $1,000 check, courtesy of Bright Star Credit Union and Chick-fil-A. Now, with that much at stake, let's go ahead and take a quick peek at the brackets for this week's game. As you see, the second round game matches Coral Springs High versus Marjory Stoneman Douglas High in what is going to be quite the showdown. The winner between the two schools will be moving on to the quarterfinals. So let's hear it for our two competitors. And one more thing before the battle begins, the student with the most correct answers throughout the show will win the Chick-fil-A challenge and receive free chicken sandwiches for an entire year. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Our opening round is called First Strike. Here it's school versus school, and each question is worth 10 points. Any question answered incorrectly gives the other school a chance to steal. All right, schools, I know you've been waiting, so prepare for the first strike. First question deals with movies. Which Disney movie won a Best Original Song Oscar for the Vanessa Williams hit Colors of the Wind? Carson.
Pocahontas.
Substances. What do you call a substance like hydrogen that can't be broken down into any simpler substances? Yes, Audit?
Element.
Very good. Let's move on to speeches. What word means the set of nice things that you say about someone at their funeral? Yes, Finley.
Eulogy.
Landmarks. You can walk its presidential trail to get very close to this historical location. Name this South Dakota landmark, famed for, yes, Ara?
Mount Rushmore.
Very good. Cars. Name the luxury vehicle division controlled by Nissan, whose U.S. models include Q30, yes, Audit?
Infinity.
Very good. Politics. What adjective beginning with B means involving both major parties and describes a... Yes, Sophie.
Bipartisan.
Very good. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the What Am I question, brought to you by Extreme Action Park in Fort Lauderdale. This is where our contestants are given a clue about something or someone and shown a picture that will slowly reveal itself. So, here goes. This originated in the U.S. in 1941. Name this candy made by the Mars Company that will, Sophie?
M&M's.
That's exactly what we're talking about. They will melt in your mouth and not in your hand. All right, let's move on to a question about camping. On a camping trip, you typically cook food in a Dutch oven by putting briquettes of what substance on and around the oven? We're looking for charcoal. Science. This object provides 3-letter codes as instructions to create proteins from the 4 main building blocks of DNA. Yes, Ara?
DNA.
Incorrect. Stoneman Douglas, I'll finish the question. Name this object defined as the basic physical and functional unit of heredity that determines what physical characteristics you inherit from each of your parents. Hannah.
Nucleotide.
Incorrect. We're looking for the gene. Moving on to a question about South America. What South American country is home to the cities Salvador and Rio de Janeiro? Yes, Finley?
Brazil.
Yes, very good. Moving on to a question about disease. Give the term used to describe something larger than an outbreak. For a temporary larger, Finley?
Pandemic.
Incorrect. Coral Springs, Ara?
Epidemic.
Very good. Next question deals with geography. In what Pacific Northwest state is Mount Rainier National Park located? Sophie?
Washington.
Very good. Next question deals with exercise. Give the 7-letter adjective for the type of exercise sometimes called cardio that makes your heart and lungs
aerobic.
Very good. All right, we're going to move on to a question about locations. Its skywalk allows you to walk from its south rim and see through glass a long way down. Name this natural landmark created over millions of years. Yes, Finley?
Grand Canyon.
Yes, very good. Oh, there's our horn, and that means the end to the first strike round. We do have Coral Springs leading. They have 80 points. Stoneman Douglas has 40 points. But don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more School Duel after these messages.
In 1973, Chick-fil-A founder Truett Cathy created the Leadership Scholarship Program,
encouraging Chick-fil-A restaurant employees to further their education.
Since then, Chick-fil-A has awarded more than $28 million in scholarships
to team members who excel in the classroom, serve their communities,
Demonstrate a solid work ethic, and possess a desire to lead.
So we say, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Truett. It means a lot.
Chick-fil-A is the proud corporate partner of the pursuit of higher education.
BECON-TV would like to thank the following sponsors for making School Duel possible.
School Duel, the first round of action ended with Coral Springs leading. They have 80 points. Stoneman Douglas is not too far behind. They have 40 points. And now before we begin the second round, let's take a minute to meet this week's competitors from each school.
Hi, I'm Carson. I'm team captain and a senior. Go Eagles!
I'm Christian. I'm a senior. Go Eagles!
I'm Hannah. I'm a senior. Go Eagles!
I'm Finley. I'm a junior. Go Eagles!
Woo! Let's get it. We got it. Woo! Okay. Wait, Finley. Be positive, be passionate, be proud to be an Eagle.
Hi, I'm Sophie. I'm a senior. Go Colts.
I'm Adit. I'm a senior. Go Colts.
I'm Presley. I'm a senior. Go Colts.
Hi, my name's Ara. I'm a senior. Go Colts.
I'm Marcus. I'm a junior. Go Colts.
I feel great. I got my good luck ring. We're ready to win.
Bam, bam. How about you, Marcus?
We cheering you guys on.
How about you?
What? One team, one goal. We are
Colts United.
All right, and let's hear it for both schools. And now that we know everyone, let's go ahead and move on to round two, the joust. And that's presented by Public Supermarkets. Here, a player from each school competes head-to-head with toss-up questions. The winner gets 3 bonus questions for their school, and all questions are worth 10 points. All right, schools, it's time to joust. We'll have Carson and Sophie come on down. Ladies, here's your toss-up question worth 10 points. He wrote the short story, Hills Like White Elephants. Yes, Sophie?
Ernest Hemingway.
Very good. All right, Coral Springs. The following bonus questions all deal with authors of short stories. Your bonus question number 1. Name the author who wrote Young Goodman Brown, which was published years before his classic novel, The Scarlet Letter. Yes, Sophie?
Nathaniel Hawthorne.
Very good. Your second bonus question. What author wrote the short story Rikki Tikki Tavi? Yes, Sophie?
Um,
I'm sorry, it's Kipling. Bonus question number 3. Name the author that wrote the short story The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. Sophie?
Sir Walter Scott.
Incorrect. It's Washington Irving. All right, we're going to go with Audith and Finley. Come on down. Here's your toss-up question worth 10 points. Name this Dutch painter who shot himself in 1890 after he left the mental hospital where he'd spent the previous year. Yes, Finley?
Magritte.
Incorrect. Audith? His name is Van Gogh, Vincent van Gogh. All right, don't go anywhere. In a rage, Vincent van Gogh famously severed off what part of his yes,
ear.
Finley?
His ear.
Yes, very good. All right, Stoneman Douglas. The following bonus questions all deal with Van Gogh. Bonus question number 1. Beginning in 1887, Van Gogh painted 2 series of still life paintings featuring what yellow flower? Yes, Finley?
Sunflowers.
Very good. Bonus question number 2. During his time in France, he created several of his better-known works to decorate the interior walls of his house. What was the color of that house? Carson?
Blue.
Oh, it was yellow. Here's your third bonus question. This title of what many consider his best-known paintings is used in the title of another painting that shows a similar scene, but includes the Rhone River. Yes, Hannah?
Starry Night.
Yes, very good. Okay, Presley and Hannah, come on down. It's your turn to joust. Ladies, here's your toss-up question worth 10 points. Many people from this city at the eastern end of the Midwest refer to a group of other people not as all of you or y'all, but by the term yins. Name this city that is home to hockey's Penguins. Yes, Presley?
Pittsburgh.
Yes, very good. Okay, Coral Springs, the following bonus questions all deal with words in the new book, How to Speak Midwestern. Bonus question number 1. People from what state are often called cheeseheads? Audit.
Wisconsin.
Yes, very good. Bonus question number 2. This state's nearby towns of Champaign and Urbana are often called shampoo banana. Name the states. Sophie.
Indiana.
Incorrect. It's Illinois. Bonus question number 3. People from Minnesota often call this state Baja, Minnesota. Name it. Sophie?
Michigan.
Incorrect. It's Iowa. All right, our last 2 are Ara and Christian, so they're going to come on down and prepare to joust. Okay, gentlemen, here's your toss-up question. It's worth 10 points. His headstone says, if I take the wings of the morning and dwell in the uttermost parts of the sea, name this first man to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean. Yes, who are we talking about, Ara?
Charles Lindbergh.
Very good. Excellent. All right, Coral Springs, the following bonus questions all deal with Charles Lindbergh. Bonus question number 1. He flew from New York to this European capital. Arth?
London.
Incorrect. It's Paris. Bonus question number 2. Lindbergh's father was a U.S. congressman from what state with the nickname Land of 10,000 Lakes? Audit.
Minnesota.
Very good. Bonus question number 3. Name the plane he used to make the trip. Audit.
Spirit of the St. Louis.
Very good. Excellent. Okay, and that buzzer brings the end to the joust round. We do have Coral Springs leading. They have 150 points. Stoneman Douglas has 70 points. But don't go anywhere because we're going to be right back with more School Duel after these messages.
It must be fate that his cap and gown are the same color he wore for his kindergarten graduation. It's the same rascally smile, that hasn't changed. But he stands there, so sure, so ready to take on the world. He has arrived. It's hard not to resist and push against the door that's closing, but you give in a little, because the future is wide open. From each little moment to every major milestone, Publix, proud supporter of education.
there were these kids and they were doing this weird thing with their hands and...
Well, it's not up to you. I already made my decision.
But don't just go through the motions. Embrace them. Take it all in. Breathe, focus, then go.
You know, we've been raised to be leaders and be responsible and don't be a follower. And that's exactly what we're doing right now.
Coming up on Broward Teen News.
We're at West Broward High School.
We're here at Cooper City High School.
We're at Stoneman Douglas High School.
Cypress Bay edition of Broward Teen News.
Broward Teen News starts now.
BTN is South Florida's only teen-produced news program, produced by a different Broward High School every month. Broward Teen News, South Florida's student-produced news show by teens for teens.
BECON-TV would like to thank the following sponsors for making School Duel possible.
Joining us, welcome back to School Duel, where local high schools match wits to see who will be this year's School Duel champion. Now, today's game has Coral Springs High competing against Marjory Stoneman Douglas High. We currently have Coral Springs leading with 150 points. Douglas has 70 points. It is now time for the rapid action round. During this round, schools receive an identical category of questions to answer quickly by themselves. Now, since Stoneman Douglas is trailing, they get to go first. Today's category starts with M. Now, Douglas, in this category, the answer contains a word that starts with the letter M. Each question is worth 10 points, and remember, you must answer these quickly or the judge will move you on. All right, here comes rapid action. Starts with M. Cue music and let's begin. Another name for jawbone.
Mandible.
Area of a hospital where expectant mothers prepare to give birth.
Maternity ward.
1996 movie with Tom Cruise as Ethan Hunt.
Mission Impossible.
The occupation of Siegfried and Roy and Penn and Teller.
Magician.
In Greek legend, which creature is half man and half bull?
Minotaur.
Non-foliated rock featured in Michelangelo's David.
Marble.
Its cities include Sudbury and Quincy.
Maryland.
He created Family Guy and Ted.
Seth MacFarlane.
Equivalent to the speed of sound.
Music.
Surname of the monk remembered for his experiments in plant genetics. Okay, Douglas, you got through all of your questions. Good job. So big round of applause for Stoneman Douglas. And now with a little TV magic, let's go ahead and bring in Coral Springs High. And welcome back, Coral Springs. Now it's your turn. Today's category starts with M. And in this category, the answer contains a word that starts with the letter M. Each question is worth 10 points. And remember, you must answer these quickly or the judge will move you on. So let's cue music and begin. Another name for jawbone.
Mandible.
Area of a hospital where expectant mothers prepare to give birth.
Maternity.
1996 movie with Tom Cruise as Ethan Hunt.
Mission Impossible.
The occupation of Siegfried and Roy and Penn and Teller.
Magicians.
In Greek legend, which creature is half man and half bull?
Minotaur.
Non-foliated rock featured in Michelangelo's David.
Marble.
Its cities include Sudbury and Quincy.
Massachusetts.
He created Family Guy and Ted.
Seth MacFarlane.
Equivalent to the speed of sound.
Mach.
Surname of the monk remembered for his experiments in plant genetics.
Mendel.
Very good, Coral Springs. And that sound ends rapid action. Now we do have Coral Springs still leading. They now have 250 points. Stoneman Douglas has 140 points. Don't go anywhere. We're gonna take a short break and then we will be back for the final showdown.
In 1973, Chick-fil-A founder Truett Cathy created the Leadership Scholarship Program,
encouraging Chick-fil-A restaurant employees to further their education.
Since then, Chick-fil-A has awarded more than $28 million in scholarships
to team members who excel in the classroom, serve their communities,
demonstrate a solid work ethic, and possess a desire to lead.
So we say, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Truett. It means a lot.
Chick-fil-A is the proud corporate partner of the pursuit of higher education.
BECON-TV would like to thank the following sponsors for making School Duel possible.
School Duel for you. We've got a good game going as Coral Springs is holding on tightly to their lead over Marjory Stoneman Douglas. Our current score is 250 to 140. It is now time for the final showdown. This is the last round. Our schools will go against each other again with toss-up questions, but this time these questions are now worth 20 points each. And just a reminder, if a question is answered incorrectly, the other school can steal. So this is for a spot in the quarterfinals. Time for final showdown. First question deals with U.S. government. A sheriff belongs to which branch of U.S. state government? Sophie.
The Department of Justice.
Incorrect. Douglas? Finley.
Law enforcement.
Incorrect. It's executive. Typing. When your hands are on a computer keyboard's home keys, what letter is under your left middle finger? Ara.
C.
Incorrect. Douglas. Christian.
D.
Europe. Give the name used between 1946 and 1991 for this Central European country whose socialist republics include Slovenia, Serbia, Finley?
Yugoslavia.
Multiple meanings. As a verb, it can mean to put someone in an unpleasant place or situation for a period of time. Give this 8-letter word that, as a noun, means both the time period someone must spend in jail. Yes, Ara?
Punishment.
Incorrect. Stoneman Douglas, I'll finish the question. And a grammatical unit containing a subject and predicate that ends, Christian?
Sentence.
Spelling. Give the correct English spelling of the name of the 16th century Frenchman who is considered a prophet today by some because of the accuracy of some of his past predictions. Spell Nostradamus. Yes, Carson.
N-O-T-R-E-D-A-M-I-S-T.
Incorrect. Coral Springs. Audith?
N-O-S-T-R-A-D-A-M-U-S.
Correct. States. Name this state whose national monuments include Pipe Springs on its border with Arizona, Dinosaur on its border with Colorado, and Arches and Bryce Canyon. Yes, Sophie?
Utah.
Music. Give the music term for an extra line above or below the staff that you add in for extra high or extra low notes. Audith?
Ledger line.
College. Bill Self is the longtime men's basketball coach at what college powerhouse known as the Jayhawks? Audit.
Kansas.
Food. Give the three-letter word for smoked salmon fillet, often eaten. Yes, Finley?
Lox.
Cars. You can spot a leak in your transmission fluid by the liquid being what color? Carson.
Black.
Incorrect. Coral Springs. Ara?
Yellow.
Incorrect. It's red. Games. In what dice game originally made by Milton Bradley do you try to roll 5 of a kind and score? Yes, Christian?
Yahtzee.
Inventors. His invention fell into the hands of his 15th century creditors, but his name is still linked with the movable type process that made the Bible available to common people. Name, yes, Hannah?
Gutenberg.
Movie actors. Identify the actor who played these characters. Brennan Huff in Step Brothers, Ricky Bobby in Talladega Nights, and Buddy in Elf. Yes, Presley?
Will Ferrell.
Amendments. Identify the amendment to the U.S. Constitution that bans slavery. Sophie?
The 14th.
Incorrect, Douglas. Finley?
The 13th.
Comedians. Her classic TV sitcom included her friends Fred and Ethel and her husband, band leader, yes, Presley?
Lucille Ball.
Novels. In the novel Ivanhoe, he defends Hubert in an archery tournament by splitting Hubert's arrow in the bullseye. Carson?
Robin Hood.
Middle East. Name this Middle Eastern nation often supported by Russia with a capital city of Damascus. Sophie?
Syria.
Performing. Identify the concept that is said to be broken whenever a performer stays in character but talks directly to the audience. Yes, Finley?
Breaking the fourth wall.
Pigs. Specially trained. Oh! There's a sound, and that sound brings an end to the second round School Duel game. Very close game at the end, but Coral Springs held on to their lead. They are ending with a score of 390. Stoneman Douglas, you're ending with 320. But Coral Springs, this win is going to put you into the quarterfinals. So congratulations and great job to everyone. All right, this also brings an end to the Chick-fil-A challenge, and today's winner is, drum roll please, Finley from Douglas. Congratulations, Finley, on your Chick-fil-A chicken sandwiches for an entire year. Now, at this time, we'd like to thank you at home for watching, and thank you to all our sponsors for making School Duel possible. Don't forget to check out our website at schoolduel.tv, where you can find out more about the schools involved, you can watch past shows, and even compete for prizes at home. Please remember to use our hashtag School Duel to contact us through social media, and most importantly, make sure that you tune in next week to School Duel Thursday at 8 p.m. as Cooper City High takes on Fort Lauderdale High in another great second round match. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for watching.
School Duel was brought to you by Chick-fil-A and Bright Star Credit Union.